So in one of my previous videos, we talked about this new Secret Service director. And I'll tell you right now, this guy is already rubbing me the wrong way. Why? Why am I judging him so quickly? Well, because ever since he has entered the conversation, ever since he has entered the situation, it's almost as if simultaneously they've started to change and tweak details about the story. Details that were laid out for us weeks ago, details that have been backed by evidence, details that have come directly from law enforcement, Secret Service themselves. But now this new director has stepped up, and like I said, as soon as he stepped up, the narrative started shifting, the narrative started changing, and that's a huge red flag for me. Because they want to pretend like this guy is the savior. We got the DEI hire out the way, everyone. You guys won. You got the lady to step down. Now here's our new Secret Service director. You can totally trust him. Look, it's a guy. You know what I mean? It's it's literal nonsense. But they know they can fool people with this stuff. So the guy has come in acting as if, the Secret Service is totally accountable. We're going to do what we can. We're going to do everything we can to get to the bottom of this. Meanwhile, not a single person has been fired. Not a single person has lost their job behind any of this. And as I said, him, stepping up and becoming the new director, the news about that has kind of been used to overshadow the news that as soon as he stepped up, they started changing their story. But he's been getting interviewed. He's been doing press conferences. He's been speaking with members of Congress and you name it. And he said a lot of things so far that are huge red flags for me. He said a lot of things that have rubbed me the wrong way. But what you're about to listen to, I want you to tell me how you interpret it. I want you to tell me how what he's about to say, you're about to listen to it. I want you to let me know how you feel about this. Because when I heard him say this, it made me sit up on the edge of my seat. It almost made my hair on my arm stand up. Because I interpreted this as a threat. Not a direct threat, but almost like with the mafia. It would be a shame if this happened, Jimmy. You know what I mean? It would be a shame, right? It's kind of like one of those thin threats, kind of hard to read. If you're someone with no street smarts, you may not be able to pick up on it, but someone like me, I pick up on this stuff automatically. So I want you all to listen, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
I just want to reiterate that our Pittsburgh field office staff, they are wearing this harder than anybody right now in the Secret Service. Right. They feel completely demoralized. And what I'm trying to do is also let them know that, listen, they need to be focused on the mission at hand. I also have to walk a tightrope here and make sure that I am not tainting any future discipline action.
Now, I don't know how you guys feel about this situation. I'm sure I'll know soon because you'll let me know down in the comments below. You ain't got to hold back and you ain't got to agree. You can let me know what you think. But the way I read the situation was, hey, this is kind of a threat. Hey, you need to back off, stop pressuring us, stop putting pressure on these Secret Service agents, or maybe something bad will happen again. We don't want to push these agents too far. You don't want to push us too far. We don't want another incident to happen. You know what I mean? That's clearly the way he's speaking here. And I mean, come on, you're supposed to be the leader here, right? You're the new Secret Service director. You're the leader. Leaders don't walk tight ropes. So even if you take everything that I've said and you throw it to the side, you still have someone here displaying poor leadership qualities. It's like he's afraid to pressure his agents about what happened with Trump because he's walking a tightrope and he doesn't want to taint future situations. I don't want to push these agents too hard because they still got to protect Trump. And it would be a shame if we have a future incident. You know what I mean? I don't want to taint any future situations. So, I mean, you all can take it how you want it, but I know how I'm taking it, and I'm taking it as a threat. I'm taking it as, hey, we're kind of reaching our wits' end, at least when it comes to being questioned about what happened with Trump. Obviously, it's obvious that, I believe this is more than just a failure. I believe this is more than people failing to do their jobs. I believe this is more than incompetence. But, you could question people until you're blue in the face. I don't think we're really getting anywhere. And this is him saying, hey, you're not really going to get anywhere. And the more you push, the more likely, the more likely it is that we'll allow something like this to happen again. But you all let me know what you think down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and if you find yourself getting too worked up by all of this, remember, it's just political cinema.